Welcome back. As always, I'm your host, Michael, and we've got Craig. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate.
Good. We've also got a new face, but a familiar face to a lot of you. Joe, how are we doing?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for coming on. I think this is my debut on the podcast, I think. So thanks for having me, mate.
Yeah, no worries. You've been begging for months to come on, so I thought I'd get you on for once.
Good, man.
So we'll get into a little bit of Leeds prediction this time around. So we're going to be discussing where Leeds going to finish up, our top goal scorers, all that kind of stuff. Let us know in the comments as well your thoughts. Craig, let's just get straight into it. Where do you think Leeds are going to finish?
Realistically, I think maybe between 15th and 17th. Hopefully, higher than that.
Hopefully. Joe,
Yeah.
what about you, mate?
Yeah, I've been having a bit of fun on some shows I go on saying Conference League, but if I'm being realistic again, I agree with Craig. 14th to 17th, 50, yeah, around about there. As long as we stay in the division, that's the main thing, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen one of your clips. I can't remember who you were on when they said, "Will you take 17th?" Straight away, you snap your hands off, and I know you want to be higher than that, but realistically, it is staying in the league.
Yeah.
I'd done a podcast last week saying anywhere between 14th and 19th is going to be so close that any team can realistically go down and stay up. Conference League, though, let's just talk me through that. What are your reasonings behind it?
No, I mean, to be fair, I was getting gassed by Pai Shao. So now that that's gone, it's probably waned a little bit. Yeah, it's probably going to be out of realms of possibility, to be honest. But we just like to have a bit of fun now and again, don't we? Yeah, it was. I thought, if we get Pai Shao and then a strike Muniz, you just never know. But obviously, Pai Shao has been announced at Marseille today, I think. So that's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, better touch on that because last week I got overly excited with him coming in, and obviously it didn't happen. Craig, what about you, mate? Do you think conference is too high?
I mean, nobody knows anything until the ball's kicked, do they? Who would have thought Bielsa got 9th place and almost got European competition with a championship team, basically? It's anybody's game. I mean, there's a lot of teams weakened this season, so I think that it's the best chance for newly promoted teams to stay up.
Yeah, no, I agree, which we'll get into on the hot take part because I've got 2 hot takes for that. When it comes to, obviously, we're looking at 4 new signings, a new right back, left wing, I think number 10, and a striker, which we'll get into in a bit. Top goal scorer at the moment, is it too hard to see who you think is going to do? And we can include a new striker. So obviously, you've already said Muniz there, who I've wanted for weeks now. Joe, who do you think could be the top goal scorer?
I'm going to go Pirro, I think it will be the new number 9, if indeed we do get one. But I think Pirro will find himself in the right place in the right time on a number of occasions. And as we know, he's clinical. He scored today off the bench, for example. And I think he's come back with I don't know, it looks like he's got the bit between his teeth. If you compare it with, say, Joseph, or, he's come back wanting to keep that place, fight for that place. He's going to have to fight for it because Metcha's looked decent as well when he's played. So why not? Pirro knows where the goal is. He's scored goals in the last couple of seasons, admittedly in a division below. But if it isn't the new number 9, it'll be Joel Pirro.
Yeah, Craig, what about you, mate?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I watched Pirro today. He's a different animal this year. I think it looks like he's got the bit between his teeth to give this a go, and he's sharp. In pre-season, he's come out firing, so. But I said earlier on, I've said to you as well, man, Mike, that Metcha, one to watch. I think he's going to get 10 plus goals in.
Yeah, he looks good, doesn't he?
He looks really good.
Yeah, he does. For me, I mean, Craig, that I've always backed Pirro, and I think that this season, it's the whole concept of Prem, like a player suits a Prem. For me, when I look at Pirro, obviously, I've said it so many times, he's got 2 different types of game. One, he's just a pure finisher, and another game, he drops from deep. If he can work on combining them together, he's going to just outshine everyone in that bottom half scoring wise. I think he will be our top goal scorer, and I think that's even if we get Munez as well. I mean, we could go and get someone else, a guy from Rome that we're looking at who is a pure-on poacher. But for me, I think Pirro will be our top goal scorer.
I think he just needs a. Like, I don't agree with you on the dropping deep. I don't think he's technically good enough for Premier League dropping deep. He's not quick enough. But as a goal scorer, number 9, just a straight up number 9, have some creativity behind him. He'll bang him in.
That leads on then. Who's going to be assisting the goals then? Who's going to get the top assists? Obviously, we know last year we came from all different directions. Solomon, James, Bogle, Firpo, who's 2 of them is not here anymore. Craig, I'm going to go to you first. Who do you think could be the top assists for Leeds?
I don't think we've got him yet.
Ooh, okay. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I know who you might mean, but yeah. Joe, what about you?
Yeah, I'd have to. I think I have to agree with Craig, really. Of the current crop, though, no. Do you know what?
Current crop, I'd go with Bogle.
I'm going to go with Goodmanson.
That's a good shout. He
looked all right today, didn't he? He looked
amazing,
all right.
amazing today, up and down that.
That's probably a wild take, actually, but yeah. Why not?
Well, he was taking corners today, and
yeah, that's a good point.
So
yeah,
you know.
I don't think it's too much.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. Goodmanson top assist. Well,
in
I
the
get
league.
That. All right, don't go too cocky now. I mean, when you look at him, obviously you look in the French league, the way he cuts back and stuff. If they had someone that could actually finish in that team, he would have had a lot more assists anyway. The way that he plays, he cuts back, he crosses. It's not overly great, but he still gets the ball in the box. First of all, I straight off thought Bogle, the way he overlaps, especially with James, it's so much better than when he overlaps with Nonto, for example.
Michael?
Yeah,
we missed him today.
And he apparently is injured for a couple weeks, but I'm not sure how long. There's so many different rumours. Obviously, you see on X that out till Christmas, out for 2 months.
Really? Is that what it says?
Again, it's Twitter, so take it with a pinch of salt. He could miss the Everton game from what was said after the game. But even if not, if it is only the Everton game, I still think he will get a fair bit of assists. If you're looking at other ones, then yeah, it's still to come, whether or not it's a new left, right wing, or a new 10, which again we'll touch upon in a minute. Player of the season, though, is the player of the season at the squad now? If so, we'll do it as at the squad, solely based on the players that we've got at the moment. Joe, who could be potentially player of the season?
I'm going to go with Anton Stack, just because he's probably my favourite sign, and I think he's looked good in the bits I've seen. And I think he really, because he'll be so competitive, so combative, and I thought he was quite progressive as well today, which I didn't expect, because he was on the left initially, and then when Gruev came on, he went on the right of the three, and then I was quite impressed, and I just think he's the type of player that, you know, if we're struggling or whatever in a midfield battle, and he's banging in the tackles, because he's a unit, you know what I mean? I think he'll get a few goals as well. Based on the current squad, I'm going to go with Anton Stack. It's bold, but yeah, why not?
Craig?
Do you know what? I can't disagree with it. Watching him in person today, there were a ball that he sprayed out to the left hand side, to the right hand side. Sorry, because I was sat on West Stand in first half. He just sprayed a ball out, inch perfect, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you got that in your locker, mate. But yeah, I'd probably tend more to go for like your attacking style players though. So because another one, Gruev would be another good shout. Cause today he was good, really, really good. Just tidy, but don't put a foot wrong. I do enjoy watching Bogle. I just think he's fantastic. There's so many up for who could be player of the season.
Probably not at the club yet, is it? Do you know what I mean? If it's
that's what I mean. I think if we do get someone special in, it's probably going to be, them.
But then if you say that Goodmanson's going to get top assist, for example, what if he knocks in a few goals as well? Then he's going to have a shout. Or if Bogle's banging in goals and assists, or if Perry's keeping clean sheets after clean sheets, or save after saves, for example. Obviously, I'm not going to say he's going to get top most clean sheets in the league, but if he keeps us in important games and keeps us up, or if Pirro gets top goal scorer for us.
Mate,
But then, like you
if he
said,
keeps clean sheets and catches that ball, he could be fans player at year. Definitely at end of the season.
He was shocking today, Melly, and he only played 45 minutes.
It were hand in mouth on it, and a lot of time. When he puts his foot on that ball and he just keeps rolling it side to side, I'm like, just kick it. Just get rid of it, mate.
Yeah, he does need to move on, and that's solely based on for him.
Yeah.
But then my worry is he goes on and we don't have like a salon like buyback clause or a salon fee, and he goes on and actually becomes the keeper that everyone expected him to be. Well, that's my only worry.
Interesting fact today that when they warm up before the game, pre-game, the Cairns and Darlow came out training, and Melier weren't there, and then Melier came out on his own later. Read what you will into that.
I think he's off personally. Joe, do you think he's off? We're coming away from it a bit, but
I think, I would assume so. But he does only have a year left, so Melier could just sit it out and leave for nothing. But I do think he'll leave, yeah. But I mean, if he don't want to, I guess he can just go. Well, I can leave for free next summer.
Last thing you want really when you've got a youngish keeper, and
Agreed.
Let's be fair, what he has done for us: 21 clean sheets last season in the Championship. Yes, okay, it's partly to do with the defence. But
all
he also
to do
kept
with the defence.
It's not all to do with defence, because he kept us in games as well. And yes, I know his mistakes against Hull and Sunderland. I understand that. But for me, he has kept us in games as well. But we'll see. Young player of the year now. Again, what
are you classing as young?
Is it 21 and under or 22 or what? What is it?
We'll say 22 and under. So does that count out Nonto, or I think it does, doesn't it?
22 now, aren't they? So
23
this year.
I don't know who we've got.
The only person I can think of right now, Harry Gray, will get Young Player of the Season.
That's what I'd want to go for, just because it's whether he gets enough minutes to be classed as.
Yeah,
I think he does.
I don't think we buy any youngsters either. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we bring any in. They want like proven, don't they? So
yes, Craig, you got one.
If we sign, or I want us to sign, that guy.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Go on then.
He's only 21, so
yeah.
Let's hear it then, Craig.
El Canoes.
Yeah.
Well, that is the rumour at the moment, isn't it? 24.5 million. If we get him, then yeah, he will be a young player. But for me, leading on to the hot takes, I think Harry Gray, it's kind of his breakout season. And again, not in terms of that he's going to be playing week in, week out. Obviously, you've got Joseph that's not even bothered training with us at the moment, so he's going to go. Bamford's been told that he's not in the plans at the moment. So you're only left with Metcha and Pirro. Yes, we are going to buy another striker. So then in theory, then going to have just those three with Harry Gray. Harry Gray will get minutes depending on who we're playing, the type of game we're playing. I think he adds a little bit different to what we've already got.
I can't see him getting much game time, Michael. I think he might play in the Cups. I just think in the Premier League, for him to be coming on, he'd be like your third option. I don't think how many subs do you get? 5? Maybe if we're winning late on, he might bring him on, but I don't think he'll impact the games enough. I think it might. Well, let's hope we sign Bilal, and then he's a guarantee, really, because we ain't got any youngsters kicking about, really, have we? I don't think.
Barring major injuries, no.
Alex Cairns.
As the young player of the year. All right, then, Jay, what's your biggest hot take of the season?
It's both us and Sunderland to stay up, I think. I think that's I think are you on it? Do you just want a Leeds specific one? I do think us and Sunderland stay up.
We'll do Leeds and the league.
Okay. So yeah, us and Sunderland stay up, which I think when I say that, a lot of people go, "Oh, no way, only one it." But I think we'll both stay up. For Leeds United, Jayden Bogle gets considered for an England call-up by Tommy Tuchel.
I've said it before.
Yeah, that was literally mine. Bogle will
Oh, really?
will get an England call up by the end of the season.
See, I'm not classing it as a not take for me because I've said it before and I believe it'll happen.
Okay.
I
Do you
went,
want it to change?
I'll not be surprised if it happens. I'll be like, I told you.
Yeah. Love that.
I think thing is though, it could be classed as a hot take to other people in the league. So say if you're saying that to like an Everton fan or a
Nope.
Liverpool fan, for example,
They don't
they'll
know
laugh
ball
at
then, do
you.
they?
But whereas I think if you actually watch Bogle, it's the same with Ayling when we got promoted. He was so close to getting an England call up, and people were like going, "How?" I think if you had said it then, yes, it would have been a hot take. But I think with Bogle, it's slightly different. But I will allow it as a hot take because to other clubs it will be. But is there a slightly different one then that you'd give us?
But me,
Yeah, Craig.
well, I think league-wise, I don't know if it's classed as an hot take, but I think Brentford will go down. I think they're right in trouble
Yeah.
this season. And then one other, like it could be Wolves, it could be any of those teams that have, because a lot of teams are weakening and not strengthening, and they're buying players that are probably not as good as the ones that have left. So
To be honest, Craig, it's still a hot take because I do a lot of shows on different channels, and they all think we're all going down. Like genuinely, they're all like the new promoters are all going down, and I'm like, but what about Brentford? They go, yeah, but they'll buy well, and it's like, all right, fair enough. So I think if you to say that to a Premier League fan, they all think we're going down. Like they
yeah.
just believe it's happening, and that's that. Like even it makes me because I'm big into my fantasy football, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna get Njai. I think I'm gonna get Beto because they've got Leeds first game," and I'm like, "We're gonna beat them." Like I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, but they just think now newly promoted sides are just going to be gashed by default, which we won't be. I think we showed today as well. We'll be difficult to beat, you know. I think we'll be difficult to beat.
Yeah, I think
You can
people.
see the way we set up.
Mm,
I think people underestimate Farker,
yeah,
and
massively.
and that's going to be probably one of our biggest strengths this season. That people underestimate him, and he'll get us the results we need. I think.
I think I'm gonna do one better. I think obviously I do think Sunderland and Leeds will stay up, and I think Sunderland could potentially stay up. I think, and we all say that Burnley are going to be dead last and stuff. I've said that myself. I think they could be 17th or 18th. It's not like a dead
Close.
cert that they go down. I think Burnley, again with the players they've signed, I know it's Championship players, but they know the squad. If they can keep Borja fit, who they've just signed from Chelsea, if he can stay fit, they have a chance of staying up as well. No?
Who Burnley?
Yeah.
No.
I think they could have a slimmer of a chance.
Mate, if they didn't have Trafford last season, then I don't think they'd have got promoted.
They've lost as well. Like obviously, Egan Riley and Trafford.
Yeah.
So they've lost two
And
big
Brownhill.
Brownhill. And even like Broja, I don't rate, you know. So if they're going into the season with Broja and Jan Fleming, that's not enough goals in Premier League for me. Marcus Edwards is good, but Jadon Anthony's not a Premier League winger, man.
They've got a championship team, basically.
I think so.
All right, do you think then that they beat Derby's lowest points?
No. I don't think
Do you think
that'll
they
ever be beaten, you know.
It almost was last season.
Almost. But Burnley will scrape some like points. Do you know what I mean? I think actually, I don't think they'll stay up, Michael. But I do think these three promoted sides will give it a really good go compared to the last two seasons. Yeah. I do believe that.
Yeah, in the sense that I think that they will be close to it.
Yeah,
I don't think they stay up, but if they do, it'll be by the skin of their teeth. Last game of the season, stay up by some miracle. But I think they give it a much better go than the last teams last season. But I do kind of agree with you with Sunderland. The only thing that worries me for them is that AFCON. If they have like a poor start or just beforehand they do
Yeah.
struggle. Then they lose 5-6 players for AFCON. They've still got a fit enough team, or they've still got 11 players that they can field, then they will have to play. My only worry is that if they on that bad bit of form beforehand, during, how they're going to react afterwards.
Well, that's why I've not said anybody will stay out. I've said the teams that'll go down, because it could be. I don't know. I think Leeds have got the best chance of staying up.
Yeah.
I believe we will. Jury's still out for me on Sunderland, because although it looks like a good window, they've signed players that are like a lot of money. They've spent a lot of money on players, but they've never played. None of these players, apart from Jack, have ever played in Premier League. So
yeah, no, you're right.
Who knows what they're gonna, whether they take to it or not. They could fall flat on the face.
Oh, that's true.
So it's hard to say. I'm not gonna say I'm confident that they'll do well. I mean, I hope they do, because I want it to all change this season. But I do believe it'll be the most competitive at that bottom half of Premier League. I think it'll be the most competitive for the last few years.
Yeah, definitely.
And my hot take is Perot's gonna be in top 10 goal scorers.
Nice.
Top 10 goal scorers? What, in the league?
In the league, he'll be in top 10.
No, that is a hot take.
It's not. I mean, it's not that difficult, is it?
You got to think though, with the strikers that are in the
top
in
10,
the league,
top 10.
Yeah.
How many?
Well,
how many
I
teams
love
is
Perot,
it?
but I don't think he's going to get top 10 goal scorers.
How many teams is there?
There's 20 teams. You got to think.
So
Haaland, Ekatike has just come in potentially. Isak has come in. Visser.
It's all the inside forwards, Saka's, Salah's. It's all them that score a lot of goals as well, man.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see him getting top 10, but I rate it.
We'll see.
And that's coming from you as well, Craig, when it comes to Perot. So,
well, but I've always said I don't like him as a player. He's not the style of player that I like, that I think is a good player. But as a finisher, as a striker, there's not many better. But you have to take all the other stuff, don't you? It's like, if you put pace on him, you've made him a bit meaner and a bit nastier, because I think he lacks in having a bit of a nasty streak. He's too nice. But if you put pace on him and a bit of a mean streak, he's a top striker.
Yeah, I see that. Do you agree, Joe, or not?
What, in top 10 top scorers?
Yeah.
No, not a chance.
There you go. That's your hot take.
That's why it's a hot take. I just thought of it now, and I thought I'll throw that one out.
Yeah, why not?
Right then.
Well, I did say Bamford had scored more than 15 goals last time we went up, and he did. So
there you go. Let's hope you're right, man.
Right. Signing of the season, and we'll do it with players we've signed so far, because obviously we'll touch upon the 4 positions in a minute. Joe, I'll ask you first. Who do you think will be the signing of the season?
I have to go with Stack, because I said player at... But I'll go with keeper. A keeper's never going to win player at season, so let's go with Perry, because it was so catastrophic last 2 seasons under Melier that if he comes on and starts barking orders at the defence and catching and punching balls, like we're going to love him, aren't we? So I think it's a bit of an omen that on the day we signed him, the same day broke the record when we signed Martin for the goalkeeper. So I think I love stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, it's a sign. It's a sign.
Yeah, we love that too.
The next best goalkeeper since Martin as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We get him for 4 or 5 years and sort out.
Martin Regen.
Broken all the records. Like, was it? I don't know if I still haven't actually worked out all our goalkeepers combined, if it's the same or similar amount that we actually paid for Perry. Craig, who do you think will be the signing of the season so far?
I was going to say the same thing. I think Perry's going to be like a breath of fresh air to see. I mean, I've said to you before, haven't I, that he was the keeper that I wanted, but he's not without his mistakes. He does fluff sometimes, but it's not as often as what Melier does, and the other stuff that he does is far, far better. So, but yeah, seeing as though Joe's picked him, I might go for. From what I've seen today, I think Goodmanson could be, he could be signing at season so far for what we've got, because we've lost all that creativity and assist from Firpo, aren't we?
Yeah.
And he's going to, like, in our eyes, he'd probably be hard to replace. And Goodmanson looks like he can do that. So I was sad to see that picture of Firpo at Ellen Road today.
Yeah, the one you sent me, yeah.
Mate, he was doing bits in Sunderland, man. They beat Sunderland, didn't they, Betis?
Yeah, didn't he score?
Did he?
No, did he? I'm
Oh,
asking.
no, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they got beat. I didn't know who scored. Or...
I hope Betis are playing him in that 10 role.
I heard Joseph was in stands watching.
Signing of the summer or signing of the season, I did think Perry, especially with that, if he does that little throw up and punches the ball over the halfway line, that's just the amount of saves that he's done. I was talking to a Leon fan. He said the only weakness he's got is between his feet, which I understand the way that we play could be a hindrance, but I think if we do change our system to this 4-3-3 that I've wanted for a while now, or that I've wanted the three at the back for a while. That's what I really want. But if we do go to this 4-3-3 that I'm coming around to, we don't necessarily need to be playing with our feet. Quick ball out to either wings or into the middle or punching it large will work. He got the most amount of saves in League One last season, so if he can do that for us this season, then he will definitely be near the signing of the season. If not, Bijol.
Mate, Bijol's a unit. He's massive. Seeing him up close today, Jesus Christ, he's huge.
Yeah, I just think fans love a good tackle, someone that's going to be aggressive, get stuck in, heads the ball well. If he can score a few goals as well, there would be, for me, I think Perry will be it, but if it's not going to be Perry, then I'm going to go for Bijol.
Give another one. I'll tell you, value-wise, for signing at season, because I didn't take that into consideration last time, but to go value what he's going to bring, and if he stays fit, Metcher's probably going to, I'd say, is up there.
I mean, it was a free, so yeah, if he stays fit, scores goals.
He's a 15, 20 million pound striker in my eyes if he stays fit.
Yeah. Value of money does come into it, but I think when it comes to a lot of fans in particular, they look at who's scoring the goals, who's assisting. Whereas if you take in, say, the dirty work of cleaning up, like Statchwell, for example, where he will just, if he's doing in that holding role, just sits there and does all the dirty work. I think those type of players go unnoticed a lot more, especially when Gruev was doing it. He went, in my opinion, went underrated because of what he'd done, and not a lot of people took into consideration what he actually brings to the club.
Yeah, but a lot of fans as well, though, don't they? They'll see the value of a player. So if you sign a player for 30 million, 40 million, whatever, they'll automatically assume he's shit hot, compared to if you sign someone for like 300 grand.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
They'll just automatically go, oh, he's shit because he's a couple hundred grand. He's amazing because he's 40 million. It doesn't always work out like that, but that's how fans think, and it's annoying to me, but...
Yeah, I hear you, mate. You know what one of my most frustrating things is? Well, if he were any good, so-and-so'd want him. Well, why? I don't understand that. Like, it's just like... Yeah, anyway. Or, if he's left a relegated side, well, he's just been relegated, he's rubbish. Well, that's not how it works, is it?
Yeah.
That's my favourite one, is relegation, you can't be good, which obviously you touched upon Al Canoe. So we'll get into players that we want in positions. Joe, talk to me a little bit about Al Canoe. Would you be happy with him, or...
Yeah, massive.
Would you...
No, I'm well on board with it. I think as well, the fact that you pay, 25 million tops for him, and he's 21. So as much as we wish we didn't have to speak about it, but there's a massive resale value there for us as a club if he smashes it, which, to be fair, I know, again, a lot of people will look at G&A and say, well, he's not really doing much, but he created a hell of a lot of chances last season for his teammates, and he can only play with what's around him, right? There's a reason a lot of clubs are interested in him as well. I think it's going to be a very difficult deal for us to do. But we've obviously made contact with his camp. Leicester fans will tell you how good he is. You know, I had Locks on my channel saying that. And yeah, I think it'd be a great signing for us and would give us that little bit of X factor. I don't know about what you folks thought today. I thought we were very functional, but we do miss a creative spark. Just someone to unlock the door that can create chances out of nothing. And I think he's got that. He's also great at set pieces as well, which is something we do need. I know Goodmanson, but you don't want your left back taking everything, do you? You know, all over the pitch. It's a bit like we probably could do with him back there sometimes. So leave it to El Kanouf. And I think as well he offers us flexibility because he can play in the 10, but he can also play deeper. He could easily play as a more advanced 8 on the 3. You know, so. I really hope we get him. I just worry that there's some other. Unfortunately, if the other Premier League clubs are coming in for him, we're bottom of the food chain, aren't we? Because we've just been promoted, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I'd be well on board with that. Yeah, I like the player. Yeah.
Well, I think from what I'm reading, we've got 8 days to make it happen because
Yeah.
that's when the release clause ends. Craig, you're a big fan of him, aren't you?
Yeah, massive fan of him. He's so good on the ball, like, and you know, just progressing it forward and picking players out. His first touch, his awareness of what's around him. Like I say, people, like what Joe said, people might look at his GNA and go, oh, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. But he's unselfish and he'll play the right pass and he makes good decisions. So, and he can only get better. I was saying to someone in club shop today that 21-year-old, 25 million, if he carries on the trajectory that he's on, he'll be 50 million in a couple of years. But you know, when I tell you, Mike, Joe might disagree with me on this one, but when I tell you, Mike, that Nonto is not as good as what people think he is and what they say he is, it's because of this. This is a good comparison. At his age, compared to El Canoes, there's levels between them.
Yeah.
And I look at a good player is El Canoes. Nonto our class is a good player, but he's not that level.
This is where I'm at with Ramazani. People forget Ramazani's 24.
I said same thing, Joe. I said same thing. People go on at me all the time because I said Ramazani is not as good as what you think he is.
No, he isn't.
Nonto is not as good as what you think he is. I said same about Joseph after last season's prediction thing season when I said he's going to be top goal scorer.
So did I though, mate, as well. I did. Yeah.
Yeah. But then during season I said he's not good enough.
Think how many 24-year-olds that are already playing Premier League football. He's had one season in Spain, but outside of that, it's all been lower division football. And look, I hate it, but Farker today should get so much more respect than what he gets. And the reason I say that is because the players that he gets battered for not playing, Joseph's had a stinker refusing to train. Ramazani, I do like the player, but ultimately he was approached by a Greek club for a loan, right? Which, you know, we're not talking AC Milan, we're not talking Madrid, it was a Greek club, with all due respect. And then we saw why Schmidt doesn't play fullback today. My man was all over the shop. He was, yeah, you could see why he was brought on the wing and not at the back, because defensively, he had no awareness at all, man. So
Byron was loads better, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Byron was loads better on that right side. I'm comfortable with Byron because he's played Premier League before. He knows what it's all about. He just plays.
We do need a backup fullback, don't we? Bring in.
Yeah. But these are as much as you might like players, fans. Not talking to anybody in this thing. But as much as anybody likes players, you've got like the way that I think about it is Premier League now. You've got to be ruthless. You've got to let go. You need to level up on every position. So
I mean, obviously, Craig, you and me have had a lot of back and forth when it comes to Aronson, and yes, I like him as a player, I do, but I realistically know we need better. I'm not one of these things that think no, Aronson needs to be playing week in, week out. No, he doesn't. We need better than him. Yes, I still like him. Yes, I know what he can bring. But at the same time, I know he's got flaws.
What does
Obviously,
he bring?
weak, he falls over. But he looked decent today. But as I've said, the last 2 seasons, he starts off really, really well. But then he fades a little bit. Then he'll have that little peak in the middle where he actually does something decent. You think, oh, there is a player there. And he drops off. You get that with him. Whereas if we can get an Alcanus, for example, or we only go after a winger and a striker and we play 3 in mid, if we need to mix it up a little bit and play a number 10, he can come in off the bench. He can play on the wing. He can offer that something different than what we've got. But realistically, I know we need better than him. But
I think he can do a job, though, mate. I
yeah.
do. Imagine, you know,
Hot-
we're winning a game and he comes on and he's pressing you and doing all these bits. I think he's everywhere. I thought he was really good today. I agree with you, mate. I gave him my man of the match. There were better players than him, but just because because he gets battered all the time from fans, I just thought, you know what? I think he was arguably one of the best players for us.
I think if we can get somebody that can at least challenge in that space, like in a number 10 role, for example, or pressing 8 as people call it, him and Canoes could mix up a little bit depending on who we're playing against. And if we need to be pressing defenders, then yeah, you play Aronson. If you need somebody that you need to unlock defence and have a bit of flair, then you play Alcanus, which Farker likes 2 in every position. We got 2 defensive midfielders. We got more than enough in centre mid. Why not get 2 in 10 that we can mix it up depending on who we play?
Mate, El Canals presses, makes tackles. It is, you know.
No, he does, but I think with Aronson he offers something slightly different. So depending on who we play, you can mix up a little bit. I know you don't like him,
No,
Craig.
it's not that I want him to do well. Like, I like him as a person. As a footballer, he's not this level.
No,
he's not this
but
level, and that's why I to take the sentiment away from it. It just purely as a footballer, not as a Leeds United footballer, just as a footballer, he's not this level.
no,
Not for me
that's
anyway.
fine. Striker-wise, then, who do you think? Obviously, who do you want to come in, and who could you see coming in, Joe?
I really want Muniz. I'm sort of settled on him now. You know, when you get linked to someone so long, eventually it's like, yeah, I just really want this player now. And that's what I was like with Paixão as well. So, look, I've just seen a tweet where, you know, people are trying to say, oh, well, Burnley have got Brozier and Sunderland have got Gui, which for me, neither would even get in ahead of Pirro or Mecha. We're talking about going and paying 40 million for Fulham's young, because he's still young as well for a striker. He's 24. Muniz, you know, so he's still got a lot of growing to do, especially as a striker. They get into the prime later, don't they? So I think he'd be a huge pickup for us. So I'd really want Muniz. As for the other strikers, not really. There has been a lot of links, as there always is, but other than Beto and him, we've not really seen proper credible. Like, yeah, this is someone they want. But yeah, I really like Muniz, and hopefully we can get him, mate. That's the one.
Yeah, Craig, do you agree?
Yeah, I'd love to get my knees because was he only Ireland and Isaac in front of him, or Salah and Isaac
Is
in
it
front
minutes,
of him?
goals, or something
Minutes
like
per-
that? Yeah,
Yeah, minutes per
goals
goal,
per
yeah.
minute. Because that's what I look at as a striker. It's like the minutes, goals per minute, goals per 90. So it's yeah. The other one, if we couldn't get him though, I've said to you before, is that guessing, isn't it? I want him. I'd love to have him.
Yeah, I guess. And I mean, he is free to go. He's rejected Saudi Arabia. They are looking to move him on, but I think it's a 40 million euro or something like that release clause that they've got on him. So
You're gonna be paying that ballpark for a decent striker anyway.
yeah, wingers. Then obviously, I know we all wanted Paixão. Obviously, I was gassing him up last week that it was literally done, but they went to Marseille literally like the next day or something. Backwell's been linked. There's been a few others. I mean, personal preference. I wanted that Luis. I can never pronounce his surname, so I'm not even going to
Luis
butcher
Enrique,
it. Another Brazilian. Pardon?
Luis Enrique.
No, Luis Guimara, I think it is. The one I've sent it to you before, but again, he's not a player that's been linked. So, Joe, is there, or Craig? I'll go to you first on this one. Is there any wingers that you could potentially see happening?
None I can see happening just yet. 'Cause you don't know what. I mean, people's names get thrown about, don't they? I can't, because you look at the level of what we went for after Pajau, and then you're thinking, who's at that level? The blockbuster winger that's a game changer. I mean, there's plenty out there. It's just who are we going to be looking at? Whether what we want as a club, what I think we want as a club, and what I would like but what I'd want would be unrealistic because I want that blockbuster winger like Rafinha.
I think there is somebody that's obviously going to be hidden away behind the limelight that we've not even touched upon. There's only maybe one person's linked with whoever, and all of a sudden we get that play and everyone's like going, where's this come from?
Yeah, it probably will be something like that. Yeah, because I think that you see like last season when Dan James and Solomon are fit, nobody's shifting them. That's why Gnonto and Ramazani couldn't get minutes.
Would you be happy with Solomon coming in, lads?
Yeah. If Solomon came back, I'd love it.
Yeah,
he's played at that level, and he played Champions League before he came to Leeds, and that's why Tottenham bought him. It were only injury that stopped him playing for Tottenham. I think if he didn't get injured, he'd have been playing at Tottenham last season. So
if you look,
but with Son going, does that mean that there's? Because I thought that they were getting stacked on that left-hand side, and I thought Solomon's going to come back to us right at the end. There's no need to do it now because he already knows the system, he knows the team. He'll come right at the end when Frank's had a look at him, and the sign Kudus, and But now they've let Son go, and I'm thinking, are they gonna keep hold of him? But I'd love him back. But if we do get another winger, I want him better than Solomon. That's my point.
You got to look at minutes per goals as well. Gnonto's played, I think, I looked at it was almost double the amount of minutes that Solomon's played in the league. Bearing in mind, Solomon, yes, he's been injured, and obviously his record at Fulham was sensational. He's scored more and assisted more than what Gnonto has done at that same level. He's got Champions League experience, and again, whether or not I'm using this wrongly or not, I think a lot of it comes down to his nationality. A lot of fans don't like it because of that. Can we get better than him as a player? Yes, we can. But we've also got to be realistic as well. He got us up. He got us the goal that won us the league.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the season, he not necessarily carried us on his own back, but he was putting in performances after performances that were Premier League quality. Yeah, of course I'd be happy with Solomon coming back in.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, I'll say, what fullbacks would you like? But it's one of those things where you're just going to be pulling out names that...
Backup as well, aren't they, really? So, yeah.
Thing is, though, for me, you want somebody that's actually going to push them, that's kind of on the same level as them, that knows that they are going to be on the bench. A name that's been linked, but I don't know too much how credible it is Justin James from Leicester.
James Justin, yeah.
Yeah, James Justin, that's the one. He wouldn't get in ahead of them, but he would push them. But what you want is somebody at the same level that can, if they drop off form or aren't playing well, will step in.
Is that Zanotti link a load of crap?
I think it's a load of BS, mate. Yeah, I mean, the journal that bloody posted it followed me and that, and was like, hi. I was like, yeah, you're not genuine, are you? So, yeah.
Yeah, no, he obviously wants you to repost
yeah,
it
exactly.
and share
That's
it
what
out
I'm
there.
saying. Yeah.
And talk about it. When I saw it, especially with the price as well, I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem...
Well, when I saw the price, and I just thought, it's about an average price for a backup fullback, like someone that's half decent that could get in there if they hit the ground running. But yeah, if it's a load of crap, then not worth looking into.
Ideally, you want to go for like a Corfal that's free from West Ham. He's got a load of experience in the Prem. and
It'd be
that
ideal.
would probably happily sit on the bench behind Bogle and then come in and do a job when needs be.
So I mean, it'd be ideal. Someone like that would be ideal.
I think you might be going.
Anything
Fulham.
else that you two would like to add before we end this, Joe?
No, just I'd like to see us get some players in before Milan, if we could. Yeah, ideally.
At least one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Do you like Farker's little?
yeah, it means business, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his little match, press conference after when he had that little cheeky laugh when he said, "We need some attacking players."
We need creativity. Like you both touched upon Nonto and Ramazani, and I've seen a lot of fans saying that those two would be the ideal wingers. But you're forgetting what James has done for us last season, and can he step up? Maybe, but we do need better quality than just those three. If you're going in with those three wingers, it is going to be a long season in getting chances and getting goals.
Well, like I've said to you before, Mike, in my opinion, people are going to have to get used to the fact that, or they're going to have to just let go of some things, because if ideally, if we stay up 2, 3, 4 seasons, you'll not recognise that team.
Oh, yeah,
No.
These players will all be gone.
Yeah.
Because they're not good enough to get that far up. Some might. I think Bogle will. I think Bogle will get to that level where you'll get some that will, but the majority of that team will not get to that level. So people are just gonna have to suck it up and realise that some players just can't get there. They'll find the level and that's it.
Like the defenders.
Like Melier.
Well, yeah, we know that, but when I say defenders, I think that we could improve on that. I think for next season to stay up in the league, we've got the quality there, but going forward, then there are areas that we can definitely improve on. Pero, you can name your favourite players and think, yeah, we definitely can improve on that. Rodon, Pascal, couple years, Goodmanson, improve on him again. But then he could shock us all and actually become one of the best left backs.
That's it.
So
until the ball's kicked, mate, you can't really judge anyone.
Exactly. Right. We will leave that there. Thank you everyone for listening, and we will see you next time where we'll be doing the whole Premier League predictions included with some very special guests. So we'll see you then, guys. Leeds.
Leeds.